I've been wanting to ask this too. You're Muslim now, no?
Yeah.
So I don't know if he brought it up because, first of all, Jamar has very thorough questions. Jamar asks questions you can't even get with it because it was perfect. So I'm not gonna ask a question like Jamar goes. So you decided?
Yeah, he be lining you up.
No.
No.
He's just talking about my methodology of how I talk.
No question. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So
It's interrogative.
After that transition, So listen, Loon. Okay, when I see you, all the people that you dealt with, Puffy, right?
Absolutely.
You, Shine, all kinds of cats. I don't know. I just said, what is it with all this great talent that we saw all you guys back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a lot of people turn to religion, from you to Mace to like Shine. What happened? Like, I don't know. Was that question asked already? Because I always wanted to know.
Yeah, I mean, that question been asked. I think that when people look at a man when he faces adversity and the decisions that he make, to deal with that adversity.
Yeah.
I think the focus should be more on that man.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened is, I guess instinctively, a lot of people want to point the finger at Puff, like he got something to do with Mace being a Christian or Sean being Jewish or Loon being Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And that's like far from the truth.
I don't know if they blame it just on Puff. I think it's I think they associate him with it, but I feel like they think of more the bad boy experience of the entertainment industry. Right. That Bad Boy was so high in the entertainment industry, and maybe some of y'all saw some of the wickedness that existed in the entertainment industry that led some of y'all to say, you know what, I want to walk the exact opposite way from that. Yeah. That's what I think a lot of people kind of get from it. Not trying to put it on Puffy specifically, but yes, they do mix him in with that.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to understand we're in the business of perception. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really know me. You got people that actually know me. And I got people that call me Chauncey. They call me Chauncey. I know that's from the sandbox. You know what I'm saying? Right. Loon, from, the music industry. But you don't know I was Loon since I was 13. And then Loon is not a name you associate with a hopeless romantic guy that need a girl part 1, part 2. That came from something else. But nobody never looked at it that way because the perception. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I've learned throughout my career that basically, what you learn is that even in prison, you got a guy that just got sentenced to 20, 30 years. What's the story with him when he find religion, right? First thing you say, oh man, dudes go to jail and they want to be this. Or dudes go to jail and they want to be that. Nah, maybe this person had time to assess himself and really look at his situation and make a very, stern decision to abstain from everything that may have caused him the pain and go the exact opposite way, right? So now all the things that's revolved around that, is what people take away. But that man himself, he may have encountered something or endured something that just made him search for something greater than himself. And that's pretty much the case with me. I was traveling the world when I found this stuff.
Okay.
I was actually on a mission to actually, salvage my career, not even say salvage, but to actually reestablish myself away from Bad Boy. Because I left Bad Boy in like 2005.
Right.
So when I started touring and stuff overseas and start seeing how received I was overseas and so on and so forth, I started bumping into Islam. I wasn't looking for Islam. And then coming from New York City, you have so many different, variations of what Islam entails. You know what I'm saying? You have Islam, you know what I'm saying? In New York, you have the 5%ers, you have the Nation of Islam, you have more Science Temple and
The
all of these,
Ansar
different,
rules. You
yeah,
had, the Dr. York. You had a whole bunch of
yeah, you
different
had a whole lot
factions,
of stuff that stemmed
interpretations.
from Islam.
Yes.
You know, so basically my first experience is when I went to Africa. You know what I'm saying? I went to Senegal to actually do a show, and I went and visit Goree Island, which is the first slave houses ever built, you know what I'm saying, in West Africa. So when I took the little tour of Goree Island, you know, a man told me that, listen, 60 million people passed through these slave houses, but 6 million never left the soil. They fought and they died. So, you know, me being ignorant at the time, I'm like, man, they must have been some real niggas. He was like, nah, they were Muslim. So I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, they would not submit to no one other than Allah, and they fought and they died. He said the ones that were weak in any man, meaning in their faith, they were the ones who were sold into slavery. So from that very moment, I was stripped of black nationalism. You know what I'm saying? Something that we all attach to in America because this is what restores our dignity, our integrity, our honor, our pride, is, you know, referring back to our lineage or referring back to, you know, our roots, so to say, in regards to our ethnicity. But I found that what was explained to me was even bigger than that. These people fought for, you know what I'm saying, because they wouldn't submit to no one other than God. Like, that's deep.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing to do with no man, color, no man's skin. They wasn't going for it because they felt that they were servants of the Most High. So, I mean, I can't be a slave to nobody else. So it's a whole different, you know, dynamic. Then I went to Kazakhstan, which is Middle Eastern Asia.
Wow, how was that?
Yeah, I spent 9 days. It was in Almaty. That's what city you was in.
Oh, no, I was in. I've been to Russia,
No, he
but I
said,
met
how
people.
was that? He said, how
How was
was
that?
that?
No, I'm saying what city you was in. I was in Almaty, which
No,
is like the
I
capital.
was just in Moscow, and I met people from Kazakhstan,
Yeah,
Uzbekistan,
yeah,
Turkestan. Yeah.
yeah. Kyrgyzstan. So I went to. I spent like
I
nine
never
days
been
with the
to none of
president.
the stands. I just had stands persecuting me at one time, but that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but bust it right. So I spent 9 days with the president in Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Me and Mario Winans, we went out there and performed. You know, some very, you know, powerful dudes that I knew, some Russian dudes, and you know, they, you know, afforded me opportunity to go out to Russia. So I remember the last day we was like backstage and I'm smoking and all that. And the president come in. He was a young guy. His name was Nusultanen. I forgot his last name. But anyway, smoking. So I'm looking at him like, yo, let me ask you a question. Like, yo, when you see a nigga, you say, what's up? Because, you know, I'm ignorant. You know, I just want to learn a little something. Give me a little language here and there. So he turned
Yeah,
around like, yeah, he was like, salam alaikum. I said, huh? Like,
like I
nah,
know
that's what
that.
yeah, I was like, nah,
Mm.
that's what the Muslims say. He's like, nah, we Muslim. So that was a different experience as far as diversity. Because, you know, in
Mm.
New York, you know, we got the Yemenis, you know what I'm saying? We got the West Africans, we got the Pakistanis in the pharmacy. So that was the extent of my diverse understanding of Islam. So when I seen that this is different, like these guys are way out here. So my day Muslim, you know. And then I became Muslim in Abu Dhabi when I visited, you know, the UAE. So, you know, all the story, the propaganda, the misinterpretation of, you know, certain Arab countries. I'm in a country where dudes is riding around and, you know, y'all know what it is. They out there with Lamborghinis. I met a crown prince that had a diamond encrusted Aston Martin,
Damn.
platinum
Mm.
Phantom, and like, you know, I'm staying at the Emirates Palace. This is like the only 7-star hotel in the universe, you know,
Damn.
3,500 a night, get your own butler and all that. So like, you know what I mean? Like these people turned up, you know, and I'm a young rapper, you know what I'm saying? But you know, got me a little bag and I'm looking like, man,
This ain't
these
this
ain't the
a next
yeah,
kind of bag right here.
these ain't the same Adams that y'all keep putting on TV. Y'all keep putting a certain kind of Adam on TV. Y'all got a certain kind of African or you know what I'm saying, famish and you know what I'm saying. So and I've been to all four corners of Africa. I've been to Tanzania, I've been to Cote d'Ivoire, I've been to Senegal, Marrakesh, you know what I'm saying, Morocco, I lived in Egypt. And it's like I've never seen, you know, the depiction that you see propagated on the media here. You keep watching this TV, you won't go nowhere.